Okay, so this is one of the first times that I'm live on my own Facebook. But I decided to start doing this as I'm not running away anymore. Let me tag a few friends quickly. So Brogan, Madonna, okay. So, okay, that's done. Okay. Hi Katrina, you're my first person watching my live on my own Facebook. So I decided to not run away anymore, and also because so many of my actual friends and family in my personal life, on my personal Facebook, they keep asking me, Chanel, where are you? The last time we saw you, you were kind of at an airport in California, and that was the last time you were there. Hi, Nicole. So many and then I got so busy, I don't reply to everybody's messages immediately and to tell them what I'm up to at the moment and what I'm doing. So Nicole, I'm doing my first kind of live on my own private page. So hi. Hi Marlene. So anyway, I decided I want to kind of tell you guys my life story, but not like a full-on story of my life, just an overview, because as some of you have seen, hi Keith, as some of you might have seen my new cover photo, it says Chanel will rise from the ashes, and I'm not sure if everybody has read my the full story or description, but I decided I'm not running away anymore. God has put a purpose in my life, a dream in my heart, and the longer I'm not doing this life to start off with, the longer I'm not doing something, my way to help other people, my purpose to help other people is going to waste, because I'm too afraid to do the live on my own Facebook and to talk to my own friends and family. And that's crazy, because these last couple of months I've been, especially in one group, the I Am 21 Day Challenge, I've been live for 20 days straight, and I was too afraid to make a live on my own Facebook. I cannot wait to see you, Keith, next week. Yay! I've been missing you guys so much. But so anyway, if you guys look at my cover photo and you look at what I'm saying about myself, that is my new life. That is my life for the people that's been in my life since I was small and don't know what's going on in my life at the moment. So when I say I'm a hope trafficker, I mean it. I mean that we are gonna rise together, we are gonna stand up together, and we're gonna do this together. But first of all, for you guys to understand and to believe me when I say rising from the ashes, and to believe me when I say that it's possible to have hope again, that it's possible to stand up, to believe in yourself again, I have to kind of tell you guys a bit about myself. So hi Christy. So it started with a little girl. Let me show you guys a photo. Let me swap this quickly. Oh wait, let me find it first. So that's my laptop, if I can find. So that was me. I saw this photo the other day. So that's me, right? And my sister. And if you look at me there, I was still happy, right? I still had a good life. I was very lucky to grow up in a very loving home with the best parents ever to raise me. And that little girl that I showed you guys had so many big dreams in her life. First of all, I wanted to become a fighter pilot and do my pilot license and fly. Because I thought I was clever enough to do that, to do all the technicalities. I was fearless to be able to do that. Second of all, I wanted to do animation voiceovers, and I ended up going to study live performance. I have my honors degree in live performance, and over time, I was always the little girl picking flowers, telling people God loves you and giving it to random strangers, I was the one always walking up to people, talking so much and going on. And then over time, stuff just happens to you. People happen to you, and society happens. And for those of you that don't know, I tried to commit suicide 3 times. And not because I've given up on life for stupid stuff. The first time I got raped when I was 13, the year I turned 14. Then again, I got raped by 5 guys, like a group, when I was 24. And in between, I was just dating the most horrible guys ever that was keep on breaking me down, one after the other. They either cheated on me, they just did whatever they wanted to, and I allowed it because I forgot who I am. I forgot who Chanel is. I forgot that little girl that you guys just saw. I forgot that she had dreams, that she thought a lot about herself, that she could do something in life. And so over time, as life went on, it just started crushing me and crushing me and crushing me. And the other day I saw this photo of myself. I'll show you guys that one as well. And it hit me. What happened to me? Let me go find, where is it? So this photo, that little girl, and who that is now. Who is that? That was me. That is Chanel when her life just fell apart, right? That was Chanel the year things just started falling apart. That was the year everything started. Like, I lost 27 people in my life. Close friends and family just continuously started dying. And so not just the rape, not just the people cheating on me, breaking me down, not just society saying you're not good enough because you're not a rich kid, or that. I lost so many close friends and family that I lost myself too. I gave up on life. 27 people in 4 years. Every time, either on my birthday someone died, or I was at the funeral. So that the 5th year, I literally just went, I sat on Table Mountain, I switched off my phone. I was like, I don't want to hear any more news. So then the last time, when I was 24, and I got gang raped the same time my boyfriend left me, well, he cheated on me. I decided that's the end of life, right? So I decided I'm gonna commit suicide, I'm gonna kill myself, and I'm done. So for 2 days, I wasn't even on a proper bed. They put me on a steel bed in hospital. I didn't have a medical aid either. So they thought because of the pills I took that I had heart failure and that I won't make it. So they left me on the steel table with if I would live or not, right? And there I had to decide, now you have to live, you have to stand up, because after that, so everything keeps on building up, building up. At some point, I had a boyfriend that we went out one night, and I had one drink. You guys in South Africa that knows this, it's Skechers, I think that was the drink. It's like a cider or something, doesn't have that much alcohol. And I had one, and I felt very dizzy, and I realized I got drugged, but we were at a house party, so I went to the bedroom and I just kind of fell asleep. Hi, Scott. So then the next moment I was awake like this, talking, or like now talking to you guys. My brain was fine and everything, but I could not move my body. And then the guy I was dating at that point, he just came in, and he had sex with me while his friends were taking photos and while they were laughing. And then the next morning, and I could not move, I couldn't do anything. So that was just one of the things that happened just straight after school. And then so that was just one of the things. And then the when I was 24, and after the 5 guys raped me, because for them it was a gang initiation. Hi, Kevin. Yeah, it takes a lot of guts for me to get onto my personal page, but here I am. If I want to spread hope, if I want to make a difference in the world, I need to do this, right? So I'm just telling a little bit of my story so that people can understand. When I say I'm there to help you, when it's possible to stand up, I mean it, because I've been there. So anyways, after that rape, the doctors told me I will never be able to have children because it caused too much damage to my womb. And so I lost who I thought I am, because that's what a woman do, right? And I love children. And for 6 months I was on HIV medicine, because I also, and STD medicine and everything, because I did not know if they gave me anything either. And that makes you vomit, it takes the protection away from your skin. So all of these things happen to you, and then I was dealing with my stupid boyfriend who cheated on me, and he literally told me one girl had a better ass, one had better legs, the other one had a better tummy, a flatter tummy. So over time I just got broken down. And hi LaDonna. And then I decided, why am I still living? So that little girl you guys saw earlier, that little girl with all her dreams, that one who believed in herself, forgot who she was. She forgot the strong woman that she was. And she tried to take her own life. So then when I was in that hospital bed on that steel trolley, I had to decide, Chanel, give up or continue with your life. And I decided I will stand up one more time, okay? I will stand up and I will try again. And I did. That was the same year I did my thesis. The film that I was acting in actually had an attack scene, and that was 2 weeks after the actual real attack in my life. I went through that. I did that movie and I got a Director's List Award. I finished my degree and I graduated and I went on with life, and I decided I will stand up, right? But I was not happy inside. I stood up, but something inside of me died. I was still not able to have children. I was still left by so many boyfriends who cheated on me. I still didn't know who I am, but I had to live. I had to live for my sister. I had to live for my family. But I didn't want to live for myself. And life just continued happening. So I worked my way up in the film industry and it was great. I worked in the art department, and at 25, I was already an art director in the industry, and I was happy and I was good in what I've done. I worked my way up and I succeeded, because I always succeed in everything I do, work-wise. But in my life, in my own personal life, I wasn't happy. I was just continue living for my friends and family around me, but I did not have a life of my own. And then after flying, I moved to Dubai. I stayed there for 5 years, because I was again dating someone. He also went and messed around, so we didn't work. And then I was single for a while, and then I met this guy and I dated him for 4 years. And for 4 years, he started slowly but surely breaking me down again. For 4 years, he would make a joke about my clothes, about the perfume I'm wearing, about my hair, about my makeup, about everything. And slowly but surely, Chanel that was still there, Chanel the creative one, Chanel who had a voice, who studied live performance, who could stand on a stage of industry people and talk to them, Chanel who could dance, Chanel who could talk to people, lost her voice, lost her identity, and everything from the past, everything that he added to my life just completely broke me. And then I resigned from the airlines I was flying, and and I was trying to think how life went. But anyway, then I decided I cannot stay in Dubai anymore, but I do not want to go back to South Africa. Yes, I want to be with my, for you guys who don't know, I'm originally from South Africa. For you guys who don't know, didn't want to go back to South Africa because there wasn't work at the moment, not a proper job that could actually get me financially stable. And I did not want to stay in Dubai anymore because I wasn't flying for the airline anymore, and the jobs there wasn't also gonna bring me the income that I wanted, right? So thanks Barb. Thanks Adam. So anyway, I went to South Africa for a little while, and then I decided from there on, I'm gonna see, because I love my family. I want to be around my family. I'm a family person. I grew up going to family weekends, family holidays. We are a very close-knit family that love each other. And but I realized I need to leave them to be able to become strong if I want to help them too, if I want to be there for them too. I need to go out and explore, because this is my life, and if I build myself strong enough, I can be there for them too, right? So, and also I did not want to go back because I cannot even sleep at night when I'm there. Even if I'm at my parents' house, I cannot sleep because I am too afraid. So I decided, okay, Chanel, go to Australia. But before that, so I left Dubai last year, 2019, right? And January, February, March, those months, I was in such a depression, so broken down because I was with the wrong people in my life, so broken down because I was not a woman anymore. I lost my identity. I lost who I am, and I could not be a mom. I could not do any of those things. I was straight back again into that pit of depression. And I said that so many times on this group that I am in, Discover Heal, that I was at the bottom of rock bottom. And when I say the bottom of rock bottom, I mean face flat in the mud. You couldn't even breathe. That's what it feels like. Physically, I didn't know how to stand up anymore. So for 2 months, I was literally in bed for about 23 out of the 24 hours when I was supposed to pack up my life, pull out my roots that I've laid down for 5 years, say bye to my group of support in Dubai, say bye to my friends. I did not want to get up. I did not want to do that. I did not want to stand up again. And so every time I was probably in bed 23 out of the 24 hours, and that was just last year. I was 23 out of 24 hours. My body was so sore because I was just lying in bed because I did not want to live anymore. I did not have the strength to get up and to move on with my life, to again start over, to again pack up, to again find some dream, because I didn't have dreams anymore. I didn't have hope anymore. I gave up on God. Some of the things I've seen in my life, I've seen human trafficked children that was in boxes, their little bodies still in the clothes that they were stolen in or kidnapped in. It was by accident, but I saw that. I saw once when we were driving through, I think it was India, but it was a very poor country, that we were sitting in our fancy clothes, our nice uniform, and we were driving in this fancy bus to a fancy hotel. And as I looked out the window, there's a woman lying in the street with a baby sitting next to her. She is so skinny. The clothes on her is so thin that you can see her whole body. She's so skinny that you can see her rib cage. And she was lying on the sidewalk in the mud with a little child. And people just stepped over her as if she's part of the mud. So throughout my whole history, and I'm not talking about my friends and my actual true family, like friends and family, like they were always there for me, but I pushed them away because we were such a close family. I did not want to hurt them, to not be this perfect person and hurt them with my hurt. So So all of that time, all the bad people in the world, seeing all of these things in the world, it broke me. It made me lose hope in humanity. If you lose hope in humanity, you don't like people anymore because you don't know how to trust them. You don't know how to talk to people anymore, even though that was my job because I was in the service industry, right? Even though it was my job because that's what I studied, to use my voice. And I don't know how to do that anymore. I didn't want to interact with people anymore. Then you know, you see on the news, you see all these children in war zones, and you see everything that happened. And then I remember everything that happened to me, that what happened. And I started asking these questions, and I was raised completely Christian. I was raised having a relationship with God, having a relationship with Jesus, and I was raised right. And I just decided at some point, if God could allow all of these things to happen to me, if he could allow all of these things to happen to all of those kids, then he is not a God of love. And I had this fight with my parents, and I told them just before I went to Australia, and I was like, he is not a God of love. If he cannot even save those children, if he cannot even be there for those children or those people, why in the world, who do I think I am that he can actually help me, or that he would be there for me and answer my prayers and stuff if he cannot even answer them, because like they're in a worse position than me. So if he can't help them, why is he not helping me, right? But that was just a lie that the devil told me. And but that's what I believed, because I saw too many. Oh, something happened. Hold on. I think I should switch the light up. Whoa, this is bright. I got this new thing Lane gave me, so I tried that. There you go. So anyway, then I just decided I don't believe in God. And you know, when you don't have God to hold on to, when you don't have hope, that's when you are completely lost. So not only did I lose myself, but I completely lost hope in myself, because I could not even pray anymore. So when you're in the deepest, downest, crappiest bottom of rock bottom, you cannot even pray anymore because you don't believe that God will hear you, that he is there for you. That's a very bad place to be in. So I decided that I will go to my family, because what is this? Why am I even living, right? So I will go to my family in Australia. I will spend time with them, see somehow maybe for 3 months if it will work, if I can move there, if I can find a job or not. If it's not working, I'll go back to South Africa. I'll spend a month with my family. And then the 31st of 2019, I will drink poison and I will be done with life. That was my plan. And my family thought I was okay. My younger sister, she kept hugging me every time I said I cannot do this anymore. All the time. But she kept hugging me. I stayed with her for a little while at the place where she's working. Then I went to Cape Town and I packed up my half of the house that I own. And I decided, okay, let's go to Australia, right? I was in Australia, and my aunt Melissa, that most of you guys know if you're my friends or my family, or you guys that's in Hill. I went to Australia, and since January actually she was in contact with me all the time, and she sent me so many links on different people. She sent me links on Hill, she sent me links on Stephen Munson, and I was just like, I'm not watching this. I'm sorry for my words, but I was literally thinking, this is just shit. I'm not watching anything. What's the use, right? Well, I think this thing's gonna go off. So anyway, I haven't watched it until I was actually in Australia. So she sent it to me since January, but I have not watched anything until I went there in September 20th. Yeah, sorry. September 20th I went there, and I watched the 21-day heal challenge. I watched the first video, and the first 8 minutes of that video has changed my life completely forever. It was also because I think God has spoken to me in that moment through those words, because a lot of you guys don't know Stephen Munson yet, but you have seen him on my post, or he's one of my mentors at the moment, and he's the creator of the 21-day heal challenge. He's the creator of Heal, with his brother and his mom, and now we're a whole group of people, but his life aligned so much with my life. The fact that he stood up again at the age of 32, and I'm 32 at the moment, that he had to start over again, that he lost so many friends and family to tragedies, that he had to fight so many things, that he has lost everything in his life, but he stood up, and first and foremost of everything, he believed in God. And I was just like, so if this guy that went through all of these things somehow finds God, there must be something. So I watched that video. I actually sent him, hold on, let me just do this computer thing because I don't want my light to go off, so I need to quickly just type in my password so this light can stay on, because it's on my, hold on. 3, 4, no, I think that's good. Okay, so anyway, I was just like, if his life is so much, and he can stand up and he can make these things, that 21-day heal challenge and the whole community, the whole business that we are working on at the moment, which is Heal, there must be something in it. Let me try. And he didn't know me yet, and I sent him this long voice note that I was just crying. I don't even think he could hear anything I said. I'd never met him. I just saw 8 minutes of that video of the challenge, and I decided, now it's time to stand up for real. It's time to be happy for real. It's time to stand up for yourself, not just for your friends and family, but for yourself, because you have dreams, you have hopes, and you have a purpose. And so I continued with the Heal challenge. I finished the videos, and I sent him this thing. And my aunt, because I also wanted to learn the business, because it's an online business and we are actually doing super well with it. I don't have to go and work for a boss anymore, 9-to-5 job. I literally work from my laptop or my phone. So anyways, if you guys are interested, inbox me and ask me and I will tell you. But yes, LaDonna, Stephen has done so much, and he's one of my biggest mentors at the moment. So my aunt was gonna go to a convention, a Heal convention in California, and I was like, I have to keep my money so that I can get a visa and everything and move to Australia. And then at the spur of the moment, I was just like, you know what, Chanel, go with to California. So from South Africa, so from Dubai to South Africa to Australia, I went to California. I went to this Heal convention, and wait, let me just switch off this light because this keeps on going on and off, and I'll switch the other one on. Oh, unplugged it. So let's switch this one off. I think that's fine. Now you guys saw my messy room. There. Okay, that's better. So now I can just switch this one off because it keeps going off. Okay. Now I don't have to worry about that thing all the time. So anyway, I decided to go with her to the convention in California, right? So in 1 week I had to get my US visa. I had to get everything ready out of Australia as a South African, and we didn't even know is it going to work or not, but I did it anyway. We went to this Heal convention, and it completely changed my life. And so in the Discovery Heal group, it is an awesome business. It's community. It's community. And with the community, it's also a business. And we actually make a good amount of money. You can actually support yourself, but through your own hard work, right? But first and foremost, it's a community of people supporting each other, like-minded people that love each other, that's there for you and teach you and help you, right? So anyway, I did in this 21-day Heal challenge, I decided to tell my story like I'm telling now on my own Facebook page, and to tell it in a safe space to the group. And so it took a lot of me, because for 19 years I said nothing. I was always smiling, happy, national, everything. I never ever showed anybody any side like this, especially on my own Facebook, and except for my sister and my best friend Sonika, and they knew bits and pieces of it, not everything. And then for the first time in 19 years I told my whole story, and it took over 50 minutes to tell it in that group. And it changed my life, because the moment you bring something out of darkness into the light, it loses its power over you. And from there on, it took a lot of hard work, very hard work from me personally. But I was doing the 21-day Heal challenge, and I did it again, but this time I did it with a group of people, and I was kind of the teacher, and I was helping everybody with their homework so that we can build ourselves up, and that we can be good and work on ourselves together, right? So anyways, after I told my story, we went to California, and the night before we went to the conference, like the conference day, Stephen sent me an inbox message. Prepare your story, you've got 5 minutes, or you have 5 minutes for your story. And I'm like, whew. First of all, I haven't spoken about this for 19 years. This is the most deepest hurts of my whole life I have not spoken about. Second of all, I just typed it out. I did it in 50 minutes. And I get this message from this guy that is literally, he's one of my biggest inspirations that I look up to. I love him to bits, and he's telling me, Chanel, you're gonna stand on stage and you're gonna tell your story in 5 minutes and in front of a whole conference, a whole group of people. I think it was about 100 or 200 people. So I was like, okay, so far everything he has done in my life has made me better, so let me just listen and do. And I need to learn to listen. And he is, yes, LaDonna, he's one of my best mentors ever. So anyway, I went up on that stage, and I have never met him in my life, right? On messages on Facebook, on watching his videos. Like, for me to fall asleep at night, I was watching his lives every night to fall asleep, for inspiration, to stay alive, to just continue with life, just hold on to something. And that's why I'm doing this, because maybe my lives will one day be something that someone can hold on to just stay alive until they're strong enough to stand on their own 2 feet. So I wrote my story in 5 words, kind of. I went onto that stage, and my legs were shaking so much that I think people sitting in the front row could see my knees knocking each other. And I wrote it off of my phone. Oh, I read it off of my phone. And that was the first time I met him, literally walking up the stage, gave him a hug, say hi. and I did my story. But that's just the beginning of it. So we went on, we had the whole weekend of the conference, and my aunt and I were supposed to fly back to Australia. We got to the airport, and for some reason customs did not want to let me go back to Australia. For some reason something was wrong with my Australian visa. I think it was just a misunderstanding, and I got stuck in the airport for about 24 hours. So Stephen Munson is a world traveler. That's his job. He does his online business. He's teaching us all how to do it. If you want to know more, inbox me and I will gladly introduce you to the group. I will gladly show you the way to do what we do and what I do, and have mentors like me, like how I have. And so I was stuck there for 24 hours and I could not go back to Australia. I did not want to go back to South Africa. So I messaged him. I just met him this weekend. I messaged him, Stephen, do you know anything? You're a world traveler, help. I felt so bad because they were at dinner, and here I'm messaging him. And he said, don't worry, Chanel, go, we'll get you a hotel room, you'll be okay. I didn't get a hotel room because I thought it's too much to ask, and I can just take cool pictures in the airport while I'm there anyway. I've been being an air hostess for 4 years, so I'm used to airports. So then Natalie, his sister-in-law, she saw I'm still at the airport, and she's like, well, Chanel, why don't you just come to us? So now I'm in Cocoa Beach, Florida, America. So now you guys kind of know my story, especially my friends and family that keep asking me, Chanel, where are you? What's happening in your life? What's going on? So then I ended up in America, and I met the most amazing people. So after I told my story of 50 minutes, my story that I kept quiet about for 19 years, the end of it, I said a prayer and I said, God, my life is now in your hands. I give my life back to you. Point my feet wherever you want me to go. So now I want to let you guys understand that the power of that is, it was just a whisper. Like when I was in Australia, my cousin dragged me to church, and I was not even singing in church because I did not want anything to do with any of that. And then, so for me at the end to say that, and to see that he is actually real, because my plan was, so I was in Dubai, go to South Africa, but don't want to stay there because there's no future for me there. I will rather get strong somewhere else than go back. So go to Australia. America was not even on my mind, right? So it's not my doing that I'm sitting in Florida at the moment. God pointed me in this direction, and I'm right here. All of my dreams that I've ever wanted to be, like 5 minutes walk from where I'm sitting right now, is an Air Force base. That was my biggest dream, right? Heal, this company, aligns with every dream, every hope, every aspiration I ever had in my life to help other people, to go and build schools in Indonesia, because that's what we're going to do, or somewhere in Asia, to give hope to people, to be there for people, and to be a community. All of the things that I was when I was a little girl, all of the things that was my hopes and dreams that I forgot, God has put me straight slam dunk right in the middle of all of that again, because right in the beginning he gave me those dreams, he gave me all of those things, and I forgot it because life happened. I forgot it because people disrespected my body, people disrespected my mind, disrespected who I am, and in that I lost myself. I forgot that I am clever enough. I forgot that I can do and be whatever I want to be. And I was so broken down that I almost took my own life a few days ago. But by the grace of God, I was saved from 8 minutes of the first video of the 21-day Heal Challenge. And because this is my personal page and you guys obviously don't know it, it is a challenge where it's personal, where you improve yourself and where you challenge yourself to literally become the best version of yourself, to believe in who you are again, to know that you are worth it, to know that you are a warrior, to know that you are good enough. And this course is one of the most powerful, most amazing things I have ever done in my life. It has saved my life. So I've done this course and here I am. So now I have mentors like Stephen Munson. I have mentors like Paulo Barroso. He's one of the biggest internet marketers out there in the world. He speaks on a stage in front of thousands of people and God has given him to me as a mentor. He's given Stephen to me as a mentor. Keith Chasson as my mentor. Stephen's mom, she's like the mom version of me. Like in anything she loves, all her dreams, everything is. So I have someone else again to look up to as well. So that all is just oh, and down the street we're busy with Heal Coffee. So part of the Heal brand, we are also gonna do coffee, and I went to do the meetings and everything so that we can start the Heal Coffee and get it started so that we can start selling it. And the lady, she's from Juice and Java, and she's part of the freedom fighters for human trafficking. And again, that's one of my things that it aligns with. So thanks, Ladonna. Yes, our Heal community is family. So anyway, again, everywhere I turn, my heart, my purposes, my life, everything just aligns perfectly. Stephen, his thing for Heal is always every second, every minute, every hour and every day, it's on you. My whole life, when I could not make it anymore, I said, Chanel, just make this day. Chanel, if you cannot do this day, do this hour. If you cannot do this hour, do this minute. If you cannot do this minute, do only this second. Only live through this moment. And that's how I stayed alive. So that backwards aligned with him. That the fact that he was 32 and starting over, I'm 32 and starting over, aligned with that. Everything he said, everything he went through was very similar to what I went through. And so if that is one person, and he literally saved my life by the grace of God, and also my parents' prayers. Every morning they pray for us, every morning. And that, I think, has kept me going so far. That has kept me alive so far. The love of my cousin Manay, the love of my two sisters, the love of my aunt that did not stop. Because if she stopped, I would have never seen that video, and I would not have opened my eyes on the 1st of this year. And then all of these things just aligning, that's where I was standing up from. So that's kind of my story. So now, 2020, I'm not that broken girl anymore. I'm not that broken woman anymore. I'm not that woman that people broken down, that people has hurt my body or broken my body or has broken my mind or my heart anymore, because I am enough. I am worthy, and I know that 2020 is not 2020 for nothing. It is the year of perfect, clear vision of what I'm going to do in my life, of what I'm going to go do, moving forward with my life. I am going to travel the world, as I'm already with Heal. I am going to continue working with Heal because they are my heart. They are the company that I love so much. I'm going to continue loving these people in my life and the people that's been there for me my whole life already. But for the first time in my life, I know that I will not lower my standards anymore. I will not allow the wrong people in my life anymore. And the reason I'm sitting here, and it is so, so hard on my own personal page to share my story to people that has known me my whole life but has not actually known me and known the things that I've been through, because I've always been hiding it because I need to be smiley Chanel. The reason I'm doing this is not for anybody to ever feel sorry for me, but it's for you to know that if I could stand up, you can stand up too. If I could literally, that's why I wrote, I am a hope trafficker and I am like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And this time, for real, deep inside of me, I don't have a knot in my tummy anymore. My heart is for real, actually happy every day. Yes, I have moments where I feel sad again, where I do really miss my family, especially over Christmas time and over New Year. It was hard, but I'm not depressed anymore, just sometimes sad. And that has lifted off of my shoulders. So if I could go through all of those things and I could stand up again, so can you. Each one of you ever watching this video, you can stand up no matter your situation. If I could lose everything and stand up, if I could lose my voice and now speak to you guys, you can do it. If I could lose even how I'm supposed to dress or look like, now I'm putting on heel shirts. How easy is that? But you can stand up. There is hope. One of the 21-day Heal Challenge days is I Am Hope. And the day that we were making it, I was actually really, really hopeless. And I did not know what to do and what to say, and I was preparing the whole day, this whole thing for the live video, and then I was just like, I cannot speak on hope if I don't have hope. And then I realized, Chanel, because you cannot go and look for hope. You cannot search for hope or create hope. All you can do is pray. Even if it's just a whisper over your lips, and God will put the hope back in your heart again. That's all. Even if you don't believe in him anymore, like I didn't. Even if you believe that he's cruel or he doesn't exist like I did. Just whisper it. If you are so down and hopeless, just whisper it. God, if you exist. This was my prayer. God, if you exist, please just listen to my heart, because my mind cannot speak anymore. You know how I feel. You know who I am and how I am. Help. That was my prayer. The first time when I had to stand up. And then after that I was like, point my feet in the direction where you want me to go, because I don't know anymore. I did not have dreams anymore. I did not have a vision past 31st of December. I did not have any more dreams in my heart. I did not have an identity anymore. I did not know who I am. I did not know how to actually love people or accept love. Like, I knew how to love people, but I didn't know how to accept love, because either people die, or they hurt you, they reject you, or they throw you away when you love them. So I did not know anymore how to accept it. And I was so used to being around the wrong people that I completely lost my identity. But now God has put me in this community, and I'm surrounded by people that's giving me hope. Like, for me, heal equals hope, equals a future, equals all my dreams. Everything can now actually come true, because it is an actual great business. And even to a point where when I was in California, I took a suitcase for the weekend, for a conference weekend. That was the clothes I packed for a conference weekend. That's it. Coming to America. Now I'm here for 2 months. And remember, because I was so broken down and everything, I did not even really know what Chanel likes anymore, because I continuously dressed for the guys that I was dating, because then they won't cheat on me. Then maybe they won't do the things they do. I lost who I was. I didn't even know. And then MJ, that's also in the Heal group, she has given me a full-on new wardrobe. So again, God blessing me through her and going like, Chanel, there you go. There's a new style for you. Chanel, you always loved the Air Force. 5 minutes down the road, there's the Air Force. Here's a whole community of people that aligns with your visions, that aligns with you wanting to help the world, that aligns with you wanting to be there. And now you can do it. And you know what's the best part of it? It's my job. It doesn't even feel like a job. Literally, my dreams, my purposes, my future, everything I want to do, traveling, all of that is part of my job. So, and that is only God. Thanks, LaDonna. I'll see you. Yes, we're going to go for a conference again to Hollywood in, I think, 4 days. Right? I think. Anyways, so here we go again. Another conference, a little bit more traveling again. So that's just the awesome life, right? From hopelessness to hopeful, and from despair to having abundance, to knowing that I'm going to be okay. That I have a full future now, and now I feel like I don't even have enough time to do everything I want to do in my life. So anyways, this is the life. I just had to make it to explain to my actual own friends and family on my Facebook page that I'm good. I'm finally here. Chanel is literally rising from the ashes, and I am moving forward. And I know there's a lot of people that is watching me and wanting me to fail, that has been on my friends list for a very long time just waiting for me to fail. But watch this space. This woman is not gonna fail. This woman is standing up. She's taking back her life, and she's rising from the ashes. 100%, even 1000% times infinity. Because I will not let people down me anymore. I will not let people break me down anymore. And I will not give up ever again who I am and my identity. And each one of you watching this live, thanks for watching and thanks for supporting me. And for you guys that don't know, I know there's a lot of you guys that's on here that knows me from the lives in Discover Heal, that knows me from the lives in 21 Day Heal Challenge. But my friends and family that doesn't know, if you want to know more, you can inbox me and I'll send you the link for Discover Heal, for this great community, and also for the 21 Day Heal Challenge, because I think each and every one of us, we do need this challenge in our life. It's not a challenge where you have to go be active and everything. It's like one day in there that says I am fit, just because to look after yourself. But the rest is all to challenge your mind and to challenge your heart and the perception you have about yourself, and how you can rewire your mind, because it takes 21 days to change a habit. And this challenge just help you change that habit into believing in yourself and to stand so firm and strong that no one and nothing can get to you again. So from the 7th of every month, so again the 7th of this month, I will be in the I Am 21 Day Heal Challenge group on Facebook again. And then for 21 days, we are live every night and we do the work together. So we do the homework together, we enhance our lives together, and we grow together. So if any of you want to join me, if you haven't joined me already, because I know a lot of you have, like I said, inbox me, I send you the link. You can check it out, you can check out our community, you can check out all our products, it's just amazing. Or you just ask me about it and I'll send you the link or the details or the whatever. And if you work hard enough, oops, my battery is low. If you work hard enough, you do like me, you travel. You at the moment sit in America, or we're gonna go to Hollywood in 3-4 days. And yes, you work hard on your life and there you go. So this again is a story. This woman sitting in front of you was that little girl full of love, happiness, hope, knowing who she was, that was completely broken down, completely in despair, by being with the wrong people, with the wrong things happening in her life, rising to who this is now, sitting right in front of you with full on hope. And I will be a hope trafficker, and I will start making more lives on my own Facebook page, because I know there's so many of my friends and family that needs this, that needs to know that if Chanel can stand up, so can I. And I want to be totally honest from now on in how my life was, and how not just the friendly, nice Chanel, not just the Chanel who had everything in life. No, behind the scenes, what happened in my heart and in my brain, so that you can know that it's okay to be depressed. It's okay to be broken down, but you can stand up, that you have a future, that you have a hope. And the verse that my mom always raised us in was Jeremiah 29 verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. And that is my Bible verse to live by. And I want to inspire each and every one of you. I want to give you guys hope again. Even somewhere in a life, if I say something that helps someone, that help you get out of a relationship with a stupid guy that doesn't deserve you, because you don't know at the moment that you are good enough. My previous boyfriend, the last one I had, cheated on me with 76 women. He had a fake Facebook profile. He had an Instagram account. He had 3 different email accounts, even Snapchat, cheating on me, having threesomes with women, going all over, and then had the audacity to tell me he done it for me because I didn't want to do it with him. He had the audacity to break me down, break down what I look like when I made my hair short and blonde, break down what I was wearing or my perfume or anything like that. And you know why this happened? Why did I stay with him for 4 years? Because I did not know who I am. I did not know that I was actually good enough, and that I should have stood up, because I thought, wow, I'm good. This is what I'm good for. I'm good for a life like this, because sometimes we are happy. Sometimes we have good times, right? No, because I am worth so much more than that. And I'm willing to wait for the right person to come into my life or open his eyes. But I will never allow anybody to be mean to me, to talk down to me anymore, because I know who I am. And that's what I will talk about in my next life and in a lot of lives from now on, because I want each and every one of you to actually understand that you are good enough. You are allowed to say no, and you're good enough to get out of every situation. Even if it's a dangerous situation, you can get out. You are strong enough and you can make it. And if you don't know how to, if you are still hopeless, inbox me and I'm going to help you day by day, step for step. I will help you through it, but you're not alone, okay? If you need me, if you need anybody to listen to you, reach out, please. I have lost too many friends committing suicide. I almost did not open my eyes. This year, for the first, I almost did not open my eyes, because my ego was too big. I was too broken down to reach out. It was because my parents' prayers, my grandmother's prayers, my whole family's prayers, my sister's prayers, and my aunt continuously sending me Stephen Munson stuff that saved my life in the end, because God used them, and it's because of him that I am sitting here. Not because I reached out, but please, I encourage each and every one of you. You can be strong. You can stand up, and we can take this year and we can rise together. It's not just me rising from the ashes. I want each and every one of you to know that you are worth so much more than the situation you are in. Financially, emotionally, in the relationships you are in, and the jobs that you are in, and anything in your life, you are more than that, and you can change that. So just reach out to me and I will help you step by step, day by day, okay? So that's all I have to say. Love you guys, and thank you guys for all the comments. I'll go and read it now. I was so focused on talking. But I just had to make this and say to everybody that's watching this, that might watch it later, like my mom and my dad or my family or stuff, I am good. I am okay, I am happy, and Chanel is rising from the ashes. And I love you all so, so, so much. And watch this space. We will rise together, and we will go from heights to heights to heights. And we will not only climb mountains, but we will move mountains. So love you all, and I cannot wait to see all of you in Hollywood. I cannot wait to see some of you wherever. At some point I will see everybody as we travel the world. So love you all, and good night.